Why did the knight bring a ladder to the banquet?
Here you can see some of medieval jobs that's so strange most people have never even heard of them. The last job on this list was surrounded by mystery, tradition, and beliefs that people took very seriously. Let's explore someone whose job was to swallow sins, watch over lifeless remains, or chase rats through dark alleys. One of the strangest medieval jobs was the sin eater. When someone passed away, families sometimes hired a poor person known as a sin eater. The sin eater would sit beside the resting person, then eat bread placed on the chest of the individual. People believed the bread absorbed the person's sins, so by eating it, the sin eater was believed to take those sins onto themselves. It was eerie, lonely, and honestly, kind of sad. Most sin eaters were outcasts. People feared them, but still depended on them. Rats were a huge problem in medieval cities, especially during major disease outbreaks. So towns hired rat catchers. These workers didn't just trap rats, they hunted them in basements, streets, and dark corners. Some even trained dogs or ferrets to chase rats into hiding spots. It was risky work. Rats carried illnesses that spread quickly, but without rat catchers, entire towns could be overwhelmed. Before modern funerals, there was a job called the night watcher. Their job was simple, but unsettling. They sat beside lifeless remains all night long. Not because of ghosts, but because people feared something called premature burial. Back then, medical knowledge was limited. Someone who appeared lifeless might still be alive. So watchers stayed awake for hours, carefully observing for movement, breathing, or any sign of life. Imagine sitting alone, in total silence, beside someone, all night. Ever wonder how medieval builders lifted giant stones without machines? They used something called a treadwheel crane, and inside it were workers walking nonstop. These workers stepped inside huge wooden wheels, like giant hamster wheels, to lift heavy materials for castles and cathedrals. Step by step, stone by stone, buildings slowly rose into the sky. It looked simple, but it was exhausting work. Most people know about plague doctors, but not their assistants. These assistants carried equipment, helped move sick patients, and sometimes handled final arrangements. They worked in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by illness. Many didn't have protective gear like the famous plague doctor masks, yet they kept working, helping cities survive difficult outbreaks. It's strange to think, people once made a living doing things that sound almost unbelievable today. Watching over the silent, taking on symbolic sins, running inside giant wheels, chasing rats through dark alleys. These jobs helped communities survive, even when life was hard and dangerous. And it makes you wonder, what jobs today will sound just as strange hundreds of years from now? If you had to try one of these medieval jobs for a day, which one would you pick?